Hello, survivors, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Curse 5. Now, we are on our new save file. We have about 5 to 6 hours on this. We've been streaming it only, but I thought I'd make a video to show everyone how we can beat Curse 5 on the Barbarian with little to no investment already in the game. So again, we've only done about 5 hours. Some achievements that if you don't have, you should try and get. They are things like kill 200 Lords of the Void, but that's about the only one that you need for Bladestorm. It's the only skill I'd reckon that you would like to get on the Barbarian. It is very, very strong. Some of the skills that we are going to be looking for are going to be Bladestorm. It's going to be Chaos Golems. It's going to be some of our electric skills like Lightning Bolt and Thunderclap. And then we're also going to be looking for Bomb Barrage. Bomb Barrage as well is a fantastic skill. But we'll go through it as we're leveling up, as we're playing the actual run. Runes, we got 4 out of 7 runic powers. So as long as you got 4, that's fantastic. We only need Multicast Mastery, Weapon Expert, and Sure-Footed. And then Weapon Expert's only really needed so that the beginning of the run is going to be a lot easier. And then also when you're on Curse 5, one of the biggest differences between that and the other 4 curse tiers is the overwhelming corruption. This introduces the Void Hunters into the mix. I believe they are spawning every 1 or 2 minutes. So do just watch out for them. Each one of them has different attacks. If I am able to see them, we will tell you exactly which one they are and what attack to look out for when playing with them or against them. So you are able to be like, okay, no, that's the Paladin. I need to just watch out for his Holy Fire and Templar's Verdict. They are one-shot potential skills. So we'll just have a look at them and we'll go from there. But the main focus, the main ones you want to watch out for are going to be the Paladin as well as the Death Knight. They are very, very strong and they have very annoying abilities that can cause damage to you. The other one is also the Chaos Walker that spawns. So there's only really 3 of them, and there are actually some of them that buff enemies. This is something I learned the other day, is that the Void Hunters actually do have auras as well, or some of the skills that they spam are buffs for the bosses. So if you don't kill them fast enough, or if they're around when the bosses are around, there is a time when they are able to buff the boss to increase their movement speed and things like that as well. So do just be careful about that. You do want to try and kill them as quickly as possible. Now over here we got extremely lucky and we landed up getting a Swift. We are going to take that. The number of dashes is your best friend. And over here we aren't going to take anything over there. So we did land up getting 2 of the skills that we are looking for. We've got Bladestorm, we've got Lightning Bolt, and then we're going to grab the cast frequency. Now the reason I say Bladestorm is so good is because of the amount of times that it hits the enemies in such a short amount of time. So it does make it very easy to kill a lot of things very, very quickly, and therefore you are able to apply a lot of negative effects as well. So over here we did get the Chaos Golems as well. We also found Bloodlust. So this run for us is just going immaculately. We've got ourselves an exposed weakness as well, and then we're going to try and pick up all of those negative effects. So every time we do see them, we will pick them up. So we're going to pick up 1 Doom, 1 Slow, 1 Fire, 1 Poison, and so on and so forth. And then with our exposed weakness and with the fact that we now have Bladestorm, we are going to be applying them at a ridiculous speed. The nice thing as well about the Chaos Golem is he does apply negative effects, and that's going to help us. We are going to change Stomp out, or even Whirlwind, not Stomp. We're going to change Whirlwind out. Stomp does give us fragility and stun, so we will keep it for now. But Whirlwind we will swap out for Bomb Barrage as soon as we do find it. A nice one, we can go Thunderstrike. You could go Piercing Strike, but that is quite a like a late game. You know, you need to be able to kill things really, really quickly, kind of ability. So we've got our Blade Storm up, we've got Bomb Barrage. Bomb Barrage is weakness. We do have Fragility as well on Stomp when it does activate. So we are actually in a very, very strong spot. So here's our first Void Hunter. We got the Spell Blade. Not much to really worry about in terms of the amount of damage he can deal to us. His abilities are quite easy to dodge, as you can see. But they all deal a lot of damage. So you do have to be careful regardless of who you are fighting with. Alright, if you do just take them to your minions, you can see that they are dying relatively quickly. I mean the enemy, not me. And your minions kind of help you with that. They do keep you alive. And now we're going to go and buff our area of effect. That's a very, very good one to get, because that's going to increase the range of our Blade Storm, so we can keep safe while we are hitting enemies from behind. And you can see that our golems are doing their job very successfully with taunting the enemy and making the enemy hit them instead of us. So we get to just stand behind the bosses while our golems taunt as well as hit them. And another thing that's nice about the golems doing that is they also then focusing the boss, applying a lot of other negative effects to them, which means they're going to be taking a lot of damage. Alright, we are going to increase the area of effect of Stomp here. We can increase our damage of lasting, that is huge. And then we can look at things like, I think getting a powerful strike is just a little bit better than getting the damage for the golems. We're only really using the golems as a cannon fodder so that they take all of the damage for us. And that's all they're really being used for, is that, meat shields kind of build. So this is the build. This is what you want. It's got a little bit of everything. We do take all of the negative effects. We just take one of each, and that's just so that we can get access. Well, one, so we can actually do those negative effects. Having Doom means there's a chance to just instantly pop the bosses at a certain life. And then also having all of the other ones, it just adds damage. It's free damage, so why not just take it? It's easy to get. It's right there in your face. You just have to literally just take it, and you're in a good spot. So over here, we're going to increase their health. That's fine. They can take less damage, makes them more tanky. We want movement speed. We don't have a poison yet, so we're going to grab that. We're going to grab the cast frequency on lightning and more movement speed. Movement speed is going to be extremely important here as well, because that's going to allow you to not use your dash all the time. You are going to be able to move out of danger when the time is right, and you're not going to have to, if you don't have all the 3 dashes like I do, and you're worried that you're not going to be able to move out of danger fast enough, you do need to get that movement speed, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we need to try and get the bosses again to focus on our minions, which it looks like they are. We've got our Void Hunter over here as well. We do want to just try and focus on the Void Hunter here. He does have a nasty negative, not negative effect. He does have a nasty AoE that's going to keep us away from him and the bosses. And even though our Chaos Golems are doing a fantastic job, we still need to look at all of the enemies that are hitting us. But there goes the Void Hunter. He should die very, very soon, and we should be in a good spot. So I am going to lock the damage for Blade Storm. The cast frequency here is fantastic. We then get the damage over there. We've got Doom to Dazed, which is beautiful. And then we can work on, do we have a Combustion yet? Do we even have a Doom yet? Oh, we do have a Doom. Alright, so we're going to grab a Combustion. That puts us in a fantastic spot as well. And now I think we can actually start working on our crit and a cast frequency for all of our skills and spells. So that's going to put us in an even better spot. Now you can see that when you're on Curse 5, you don't have a lot of damage. So bosses do tank quite a lot. You do have to just watch out for that. You do have to be wary that your damage isn't going to be as good as you think it is. What you can do is you could go and spam the curse that you are able to beat beforehand. So if you can't beat Curse 5 just yet, or if you're struggling a lot, try and keep farming, get your prestige up, The Barbarian is wonderful. You can try and finish your skill tree first, so you do get the new skill tree unlocked. You do need to have the prior skill tree fully unlocked though, so you can just keep going. Like I said, this is a 5-hour save, and we are busy wrecking Curse 5, or at least we're doing it quite comfortably. I can't say we're very fast right now, but we are very comfortably finishing it, so it will put us in a very good spot. We are very lucky with a lot of our upgrades. We are getting a lot of multicast, a lot of juicy big upgrades, and that's also because we don't have a lot to unlock, or a lot unlocked yet on our characters. So a lot of the time we are going to get some upgrades more often when you're on a new save file than you probably would have on something else. So that is one of the bonuses to having a fresher save file, or when you are new to the game, because as soon as you unlock a whole lot more skills, it does become a lot harder to unlock everything you want on a specific character. So when their prestige is lower, ouch, we did get hit really hard there, and we do have a double fallen knight, which is a fallen king, sorry, which is terrible for us. So we are going to have to just take a step back, kill all the things around us. We're just going to start with these robots because of their flamethrowers, and then we can go back to the bosses. They are focused on our golems again, but he did spin once again, so we do just have to just stay away from him. We're going to kill the Alexi over here because of the poison that's put on the floor by the Plague Bearer, so make sure you do kill the Plague Bearer as quickly as possible as well. And we are going to increase the damage of our Blade Storm. We're going to grab ourselves one of the frailties now. We haven't picked one up just yet, and then we still need to pick up one of the venomous as well for poison damage. We're not worried about the skills that, you know, go from poison to bleed and all of that. We just want one of each of those other skills that are going to help us deal more damage just over time. Alright, we are by the two fallen kings now. They are using their blade storms. We do just need to just chill here, make sure that they don't turn around on us and shield bash us, but as long as they are focusing on our golems, we should be in a good spot. They're even spinning on the golems, so we don't have to worry about them coming towards us. We just need to chill in a safe space where we are able to hit them with our blade storm and all of our other spells. Again, just make sure that your golem is alive, because they will turn around and one-tap you in the face if you aren't careful. Alright, another thing you do want to try and do is, if you can, when you got a free spot or free amount of time to do it, is just go around and destroy all of these pylons. It will help you take less damage, not necessarily less damage, sorry, but it will make you a lot easier to dodge, because you won't have all of these circles on the floor as much as you would if they were there. So just try and keep that. We didn't even have a touch of ice yet. That is gross. We're going to grab that. We're going to grab more damage and then some more HP and movement speed. Alright, we do just need to make sure that they are attacking our golems, which it does look like they are. Again, we do just need to worry about the normal minions. Not the normal minions, the normal enemies, and they will be something that we got to look at. I did go and dodge into the Prophetess's Kamehameha beam. That is very, very sad, but otherwise we are pretty decently off. As you can see, we're just dodging all of the Chaos Bringer's bombs over there, which is fine. We don't have to worry about him. Otherwise, just watch out for the Kamehameha beam. We can land up taking damage that wasn't otherwise directed towards us because of it, and you just need to make sure that you're not one of those like I was. So we nearly landed up doing it again. That would have been really, really bad for us. But unfortunately we weren't. Fortunately it wasn't the case, and now we can just chill and hit her from afar while dodging all of these flamethrowers and things like that. So as you can see, having some area of effect is going to be fantastic on your character, so do make sure that you do get it. But otherwise, there we are in a good space. That was a dodgy little dodge that we did there. You don't have to be so greedy to get the crystals so quickly. You can wait till you've killed more things, or all of the effects or circles have gone already, take your time, be slow, rather be safe and finish the run than you know, try and finish this as quick as possible. If you want to try and finish this as quick as possible, you don't have to do it on curse 5. You can do it on the lower curses if you need to finish in 7 minutes or 8 minutes, and then you can go from there. But just to take your time, unlock everything slowly, be patient, be aware of where the enemies are or specific enemies are, so you can like pre-move already. So like over here we've got our assassin. He's not really that deadly, he doesn't really do anything amazing, but we know where everything is, we know where we're safe to walk. We've got our bosses now, they are looking for our golems. So over here we got to move to the side. We do have this guy now focused on us, so we're going to wait for his ability to end before we go back in. And now it's ended, so we're going to just walk to the back of the Chaos Walker, sorry, the Chaos Bringer. Just make sure we dodging and killing all of the fodder enemies, and then we're going to make sure that we're also staying out of all of the circles while killing the boss and making sure our bomb barrage is also landing up on him. So just keep your cursor on top of him, make sure you are close enough for your bomb barrage to hit him, and then we are at least dealing a whack ton of damage. So that's one of the most dangerous bosses down. We can now move to the golem, the ice dude, and we can also actually, we would go for the Eternal Guardian because of his laser. The ice Colometh isn't actually as dangerous because he doesn't necessarily need you to dodge as much, but you can see we don't even use our dodge that often anymore because there isn't, specific bosses require more dodging, dipping and diving, you know, than others do. The ice golem and the eternal knight, eternal guardian, sorry, are really easy to dodge or just to move, step out of their abilities compared to like the fallen king or the chaos bringer. So that was our run. It did take us 11 or 12 minutes, so it's not the fastest, but it was really easy and it was really satisfying. So I hope that helped you if you have struggled with Curse 5 early on in the run. And it also does help you. Look, we got a whack ton of prestige, we did unlock more skills, which again does make it harder when you go further in, because now there's another skill, so it's going to make it harder to find some of these. But as you can see, our Blade Storm dealt the most damage with Lightning Bolt and Chaos Golem coming behind them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.